Yeah, hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match in the
What's up, fluffbutts? It's Roder, and welcome to another video. Yeah, as promised, here is this week's video. So, in this video, fluffbutts, I am going to be telling you ways that you can develop your style. Because I know that a lot of people are kind of playing around at certain stages, like in your life when you're getting started in art, I guess, and you want to learn exactly like how to develop your style. I'm no professional on this matter, but I can kind of suggest some things that you could do. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, again, these are just tips, and you don't have to use them if you don't want to, but it's up to you, and you don't have to take me seriously if you don't want to, but it's all fun. But anyway, I guess it would depend on, like, the first things would be try and figure out what works for you. Like, figure out like what sort of things that you like the most, because like for me personally, I was inspired by stuff like comic related stuff, and I was more like into the more aggressive looking art, realistic comic book sort of style, because as you guys may have seen, my style is very like comic-ish sort of thing. That's just kind of how my style has gone. Just find out what sort of styles you're interested in. Like, just play around and see what happens. See what happens, because like you could do something like a cartoon style, and there could also be a thing which is more like realistic looking, and then there could also be like more of an anime sort of style. Like, I hope you guys like understand what I'm trying to say here. If I don't explain it very well, I apologize. Again, not a professional. So yeah, just kind of, I would say, play around with it, because playing around with different styles would be the best way to do it, because you can never really tell what your exact style is. Sorry for stuttering there. You will never be able to tell exactly what your style is until like you just sort of play around with a few of them, see what works, see what doesn't work. If you hate it, then you just trash it and be like, nah, you know what, I don't like that, and just sort of have fun with it and just get inspiration from other people's art. Don't trace art. That's another thing. Do not trace art, but just get inspiration. Just sort of play around with different styles and see what works for you, and see what you really like doing and what is comfortable with you. Again, it's all about preference. I mean, I can't tell you how to do your style because I don't know what your style might be, but I can tell you that it's just a lot of playing around and just practicing certain techniques and just different abilities in art, and just seeing what works for you, seeing what is like the more simplistic things. Do you want to like do this? Are you more into like a certain like type of art? I mean, there's a lot of different art expressions, like I guess like painting, everything, but I guess for the style part, just figure out what works and what feels comfortable to you, and what seems the more satisfying part when you draw something, because your character could have like these very like detailed eyes, and yet the hair can be very spiky and like just more like pointed, or it could be like more of a fluffy style, everything, you know. It could be like more like your characters could have, or your persona could have more of a chunkier body, if that's what you like, or you could go for a more muscular body type, like the stuff I do. Again, like I said, it's all about preference, and it's all about what you would prefer to do in the situation. So yeah, the biggest thing which a lot of artists, and I know that I'm probably not the only one here who has said something like this, but it's just it's all about playing around, and I've already said this, but it's all about playing around, seeing what works, what doesn't work. Just try and experiment. It's all about experimentation, just getting inspiration, experimenting with like different techniques, different styles, different like ways of going about it, which are just interesting, and it gives you kind of an adventure, you know. It's very simple. So just try and play around with it, and see if you like it or not, because art is not something that you should force yourself to do, and you shouldn't be forcing yourself to be like, oh, I need this sort of style, oh, I should do this sort of thing. Just try and create your own, and just figure out what works for you and your preferences. Because for me, again, like, I'm not sure if this will be any inspiration for anything, but my style is more of a comic looking style, and it's inspired by like related to more superhero related things like Marvel and DC looking styles, and it's more like realistic, just superhero looking body types and everything like that. But yeah, there's not really much else to say. Just play around with it, see what works and what doesn't work, and just all together have fun with it. But with that being said, fluffbutts, hopefully this video did help you somewhat. I'm sorry it's not really much of a drawing video, but I just thought I could give you guys some tips in case you guys were wanting to develop your style. I mean, again, I am no professional at explaining how to develop your style, because everyone, again, has their own style and their own way of doing their art, and their own way of just expressing their art and everything like that. So I can't exactly be the professional and tell you like, oh, this is how you exactly do it, because only you can really figure out what you want to do with your style. So with that being said, fluffbutts, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video, and let me know if this did help you somewhat, if it did or if it didn't, and I will see you, fluffbutts, in the next video. Peace out.